Welcome back to Building a $1 Million a Month Business Group, public in live. That's the plan. This is daily update number 8 on the 9th of April, 2025, 12:06 p.m. or technically AM now in Dubai on this side of it. So, if you're new around here, this is the daily update channel we're doing on our push towards $1 million per month across a number of different businesses. Check the description, it'll tell you everything on there. But for now, let me just jump straight into it to sort of show you how it would work. So, the way we hit it, like I said, daily update number 8, 8th of April 2025. In terms of our game plan, it's starting off with Q&A. Do we have any Q&A? Nay, we do not, because it's a new channel, so that's why there's a sad face. If you have any questions about anything business-related, topics, general chit-chat, whatever, stick it in the comments itself. We do a daily check-in in terms of our targets and what we're aiming towards, and also a bit of a business debrief. So, first things first, let's jump straight into daily check-in in terms of our goals that we're aiming for. So if you've been watching any of the recent videos, you'll know we have a goal for 10 clients signed by the 10th of April. And today, obviously, it is the 8th of April. So how are we looking on that list? Well, at the moment, client-wise, we have 7 out of 10. So not too bad at all. Actually, we had 5 out of 10, I think, yesterday, but I was wrong. It was 6, and we just signed another one today. So that equals 7 out of 10. And as of current, we have 1, 2, 3 contracts currently out for things to be signed. And we have a few sales calls tomorrow. So fingers crossed, we should get ourselves to that 7 out of 10. I haven't really got much doubts on that side of it, but it's a nice goal. And then we need those live by the 15th on the end of it. So every 10 days or an extension up to 15 should get us in play on that side of it. All right, so super straightforward, super easy on that side of it. So that's what we're aiming. Next thing we're aiming for is new hires. We're looking to hire, step 1 is a video editor and also a tech specialist on that side. So how are we looking on that end? Tech specialist, we have 1 or 2 interviews scheduled for this week, which should be good. And for video editor, we've got about 20 people doing tasks, which are good as well. And then we'll sort of pick 1 or 2 out of them on that side. Reason these hires are so essential, the tech specialist is more of a priority for us just to take off a lot of that workload itself. Sort of 75% of my workload is either between tech specialist or managing our call center team. So tech specialist, get my words out, will take care of that a lot. And then the next step obviously is for management of the team itself. Now, today, what is our takeaway for today? What is the plan? And there's one takeaway really I've got for today, which is if you want to grow, you need to learn how to eat shit on that side of it. And that is my main takeaway on that side. And business itself, 9 times out of 10, it's just a competition of who can eat shit for the longest to outbeat their competitors. So what I mean by that is there's no chance ever to rest when you're running business and when you're trying to grow and when you're trying to scale and you're putting fires out left, right, and center. If you're always wanting to grow, right? If you want to just stabilize, it's a little bit of a different story. But 9 times out of 10, the reason people aren't successful in a business is because they give up. Their appetite for shit is gone, right? So you really need to be eating shit non-stop to be able to get it. So prime example really of where we are at the moment is we're doing really good in terms of our call center management team, right? Not call center management, our call center bookings. We're up 41% this month over last month, and we was over last month 41.8% on that side of it. But we never really busy end of the month, so I don't know if we're going to maintain that. We might end up 20% up. But the point of the fact of the matter is we're up 40% month over month, which is a banger. If I'm honest with you, that fucking smashes it, right? The issue now with that is, leading into our conversation yesterday, we've got weaponized incompetence and silly mistakes. So the lost booking system has worked really, really well for us on this side of it and things. The next step now for us coming into is middle management, right? To create a separation between me and other sort of C-level, top-level people in the business itself and separate them from other people which is causing issues on that side. I did touch this in a previous one, but the way that we're going to do that is by directing all of them to one person, and that one person comes along and talks to us, right? Because it has been a really tough day today, if I'm honest with you, and it's just, realistically at the minute, it's too much to handle. So we need to get somebody in this C-list suite who is going to, sorry, not C-list, but middle management, who will feed up the messages from 20 people to one, so there's one central location. But before then, we need to train the team to be able to actually work as it goes through and balance its system. So they need to actually be thinking for themselves, using their own brain cells, and it's just be a little bit more strict and things. At the moment, we have a culture where we help people out a lot, which is good, but that leads to that weaponized incompetence across all boards. Now, does that mean that the business is a failure in its current state? No, not at all. Because to get to this state, it worked out perfectly, right? It came through on that end of it. It was perfect. It come in, worked perfectly, really, really well. But then the issue is, obviously, as you grow, your systems break. And that is the thing I say about eating shit, because every milestone you get to, your systems break. So I'd say probably 10K maybe. So if you're at 10K, you get the 20K things break, you get the 30K things break, you get the 40K things break, 50K things break, etc., on that end of it and things. Obviously, it does happen as it comes through. And really with business, that's how I see it and things. So it's, we're down here at the moment, and we have a little boulder down here, and there's a big mountain to get up, right, on this side. So you get up a mountain on there, sorry. And it's just mountains and valleys. So we get our ball all the way up, we push it, we get it to the top, and then it falls down into a valley along this side, right? And that little ball will be there on that side. And then all of a sudden, this first peak here is, say, 10K per month. You hit 10K per month, and if you want, you can maintain it 10K per month with the systems that got you to 10K per month. This climb that we're going on, this is us building our systems and eating shit to get to that 10K mark. And then we dip, and then we're into our valley where we're happily at the 10K valley, right? And then most people, if they want to, they can stay in that point. The next thing we then look at is we get to the end of this little path, and all of a sudden, there's a bigger mountain, right, on that side of it, and then a bigger boulder. So I said our boulder doubled in size, we're here again. We look at this and we think, right, this is an even bigger mountain than we had previously on that side. It's not big enough. Let's change that. Oh shit. Let me change this a little bit. One sec. So there we go. So this mountain and the things on this side, we've got it. It's a lot higher. There we go. And it's the same thing. So now we have to think, right, if we want to now get to our next goal, which might be, like I said, you change every 10 to 10K, but let's just say this is our 30K goal, right? This is 30K. We're now going to have to push this boulder all the way up. It's a bigger boulder, it's heavier, and we have to push it up right to the top again, that big boulder. And then what happens again? It falls down into a new valley, right? It falls down into valley, and now this boulder's in here. And this represents each step that we go up. And then again, it's the next one. And again, the next one's even bigger, even steeper, and an even bigger boulder that we're going to have to go, and we're going to have to push up this hill, right? So this might be like the 50K mark. Well, it looks like 80K, but who cares? You get the concept of it, right? And the point of the matter is every checkpoint we get to on this side is a new boulder and a new bigger mountain that we're crawling through. And the thing is, the only reserves we have on that fucking mountain to climb is shit, right? And it's whoever wants to eat that shit the longest, right? In these base camps, you've got a little camp, you've got food, you've got a fire. As soon as you get into this climb, you know that you're pushing your climbing. And a lot of people, you can't let your foot off the gas because then you'll fall back down, right? So you have to keep pushing. And that's where the perseverance and the hardness comes into play. And when you really look at business, in my eyes, on this point of it is, each mountain is bigger, it's steeper, and the boulder you're pushing is much heavier. If you sit in that valley, it's fine to sit in that valley. A lot of people are happy in the valley. A lot of people are happy at 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K. But if you want to go and you want to push, you're continuously pushing and you're continuously growing. And sometimes, in my opinion, I said, different businesses have different steepness to this, right? Like I said, agency, once you get to, in my opinion, around the 250 mark, 250K a month, that next hill is so steep and it will take so long to push up there. You'd be much better off going to like a different mountain range, which might be like AI infrastructures, and it might be like their 250K might look more like a hill, like here. It's a lot easier to push it, right? But the fact of the matter is, when it comes down to it, you just need to bear that in mind and just know that before you get ready, get yourself ready. So when you're in this valley, prepare. Get your systems ready. You're hiring, you're building your team, you're building your suppliers, and then think, right, fuck it. Now we're going to go for the push. Here we built our systems, we hired our team, we got everything ready. And now when we go on the push, which is pouring more clients on and doing outreach and things, we've got team members to help us push this boulder. At some point, eventually, you aren't going to be able to push a massive boulder on your own, and you need to have team members to come and help you. So, point of the matter is, one, if you want to grow, eat shit. Two, you need to make sure that you're pushing that boulder up the hill each time, and make sure it's a boulder you want to be pushing. And you know that before you set in, don't feel like, oh, things aren't working out, everything's breaking, I've done a shit job. The point of the matter is you need different devices to push these boulders up. The beginning, it can just be you. The second one, you might be able to do it if you've got fucking, I don't know, spiked boots on, because you can get a bit bigger push. The third boulder, you might need an extra person because it's too heavy on its own. And every time something doesn't work, it's because that boulder's too heavy to be pushed up the mountain. And you need to go and you need to look at what's going wrong, fix those, and that will allow you to push that boulder up and get it to the next one. And you'll feel this yourself when you will push, you'll get to a milestone, like I said, whether it's 10K, whether it's 20K, 30K, you'll fucking put everything in it to get there. And once you're there, if you've got good systems, maintaining is pretty easy. But then you'll notice as you try and push to the next one, whether that is hiring new team members. I said, for us at the minute, we need more middle management. We're hiring the team members. We're slipping back down. Our boulder's fucking falling back down because we don't have the middle management in place, which is what we need here. You know, someone else to help us push things up. So, like I said, it's just bearing that in mind. So that's what I want to sort of say today. Like I said, it's been a rough day for us on this side. So we have signed up an extra client. So we are at a 7 out of 10 mark. But from a personal level, from a business level, stress levels have been through the roof. It's been super high. We've had no time really outside to get productive work done. So going forward this week, this is really a big play for me. Obviously it's Tuesday, sorry. We've got a few days left in this week. It's going to be consolidating, getting everything tight together and pushing forward. But again, if you've got any questions, any comments, anything, just drop them below and I'll give you a hand.